What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade here again with another video for you. And in today's video, we are going to be looking at what is the best hardware wallet for, you guessed it, Monero. So stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. All right, guys, welcome back. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at a series, another addition to the series of what the best hardware wallet is for your best specific altcoin. And in today's case, we're talking about Monero, which is definitely one of my favorite overall coins, as well as a very essential private coin in the ecosystem. So there's a lot of different wallets that technically support Monero, but it's very frustrating and very difficult to get Monero to work on a hardware wallet. In fact, it was such a problem that the Monero Foundation actually got developed a open source hardware wallet that they call Castello, that you can see right here on the screen before you. As you can see, it leaves much to be desired. So there's a lot of problems, as you can tell, with implementing or using Monero in a specific hardware wallet. So today I'm going to cover a couple of different wallets that will technically work with Monero, and then also the hardware wallet of choice that I use for Monero. So as I mentioned, when you're dealing with Monero specifically, hardware wallets are a problem. No hardware wallets as of shooting this video have any native applications or have any very easy ways to actually use this and connect this. I'm going to go through a couple of different steps here, but I want to mention some of the mobile apps that I have used successfully with Monero, just so you have some ideas. Atomic Wallet is a very good wallet for Monero. Also using Exodus, which is now available on mobile for iOS and Android, as well as desktop wallets. There are no hardware integrations with Monero on Exodus, unfortunately. I know that they have a Trezor integration in general, but unfortunately Monero still does not work with the Trezor Model T on Exodus. And then finally, the Edge wallet that is also for iOS or Android is a very good hot wallet as well. Now that we've kind of gotten out of the way the basic hot wallets or mobile wallets that you can use with Monero, let's drill down here and talk about some of the hardware wallets. Hardware wallets are very difficult to use when it comes to specifically Monero, and I've always asked myself why. You know, there's always a vast array of altcoin support with all the different hardware wallets and a lot of up and coming hardware wallets, and the truth is, after personally working on a hardware wallet myself, I discovered that not only do you have to get certain approvals and certain integrations to work directly with the Monero Foundation, but it's a very, very difficult, and there's a lot of testing, a lot of applications, and a lot of extra work that goes into implementing Monero to gracefully work with any hardware wallet. As you can see on my screen, getmonero.org. This is the open source free desktop wallet or application that Monero lets people use for sending and receiving Monero. It's a very nice GUI, a very nice interface. As you can see, it's not too difficult, but it does allow integration and has supported integration for both Ledger and Trezor. So technically right now, the only hardware wallets that will work with Monero utilizing this particular wallet that you see on the screen here is Ledger Nano S, Ledger Nano X, and Trezor Model T. As of right now, those are the only three hardware wallets that will directly work when it comes to Monero and storing your private keys offline. You've probably seen other videos if Monero is a specific coin that's important to you, and I also get tons of questions in the comments from a lot of you guys asking which hardware wallet is best for Monero. And the truth is, there's no right answer. There's no really even good answer. I personally use the Trezor Model T when using Monero. Now, again, it will work with any of the Ledger devices currently as well, but Trezor Model T is the easiest in my opinion. When you go to the screen here and you look at this wallet, it allows you to connect the device, and then when you're using Trezor, you don't have to hook into the Trezor suite or the Trezor web app. You can manage your private keys and authorize it on the Trezor device utilizing this interface. Now, in my opinion, it's still not very easy and it's still not very user-friendly, but that's how you get the job done, and that's personally how I use it. It gets even worse when you're dealing with a Ledger device, because if you're familiar with Ledger, you have to uninstall and reinstall apps. It's a whole process just to allow Monero to be supported. It's not as easy, unfortunately, as installing the app on the device for Ledger. You actually have to uninstall, reinstall. You have to connect it to this interface here on the Monero GUI wallet, and then there's a lot of steps and procedures to actually get it to function and to show your balances on those devices as well using Ledger Live. Ultimately, I've done it on every single device. It's extremely painful process, very rigorous, very time consuming, and not at all user friendly when you're doing Ledger devices, but I find it to be just a little bit less painful when I'm dealing with the Trezor Model T. The Trezor Model T, you still utilize the interface above, but with the touch screen, it is a little bit easier to authorize transactions and to send it directly to the wallet address that is on this GUI. And then you can actually move the private keys directly into the Trezor device and have it stored there. Now, still on Trezor Beta, on the Trezor Suite, which is still in beta, you still can't see the balances utilizing that interface. You again still have to connect to this third-party or open source application that Monero provides you in order to send, receive, and manage your balances. But this is currently the only workaround. This is my shout out to any other new and upcoming hardware wallet company, such as Engrave, such as Hash Wallet, such as Kivo. If you have a way to implement a native application, I understand it's difficult, I understand it's inconvenient, I understand it's going to be very costly and time consuming, but I can tell you for sure, you will have a lot of customers that have a lot of frustration coming to you if you can easily and natively find a way to implement the Monero coin on your hardware wallet utilizing your interface. Believe me when I tell you that there is a very tight-knit community that not only uses it as a store of value, but a lot of people use it for private transactions and they want to be able to store their private keys offline. So any one of you that beat the race to the rest of you and find a way to get this done, even if it's not directly a native application, but even if you find a way to utilize a third-party software or a wallet that makes the clicks and the steps easier, you're going to be way ahead of the curve and you're going to be extremely successful. Not only that, it will set you apart from every other hardware wallet company that's on the market today, because as I mentioned, there's only 2 providers that technically do it and it's still not a good user experience for anyone involved. Just wanted to give you a quick recap there. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. Let me know if there's a different wallet that you guys particularly use when you're storing and sending and receiving Monero. When it comes to a hot wallet, I personally just use Exodus. I find that to be a user-friendly experience. I've also used Edge as well, and that's not too bad either. But when it comes to a hardware wallet, Trezor Model T is definitely the one that you're going to want to go with, in my opinion. Again, it will work with those other devices, and it will have to work with this interface that you see here on getmonero.org. But right now, that's our only option, and you got to make the best of the tools that you currently have at hand. Go ahead and click right here in the top right corner. I'm going to go ahead and give you an overview of the best wallet that I use for Ethereum. Believe me, you're not going to guess what it is. So go ahead and click right here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Crypto Renegade out.